Mm-hmm. All right, as usual, cigarettes lit. Let's talk. There's a little preview of what's going to be the thumbnail. I'm going to crop it down a little bit. Just to show I sent my wife to go and get Subway. Used a little subliminal messaging. I talked with her about Subway and the promotion and put that thought in her head. And she came home with Subway and a QR code. So my plan worked out perfectly. Guys, that comes down to knowing your spouse and how to properly manipulate her in the way that works out best for you.
It's my ass.
I didn't have to spend my money on it. She came home with dinner and a receipt with a QR code, and I jumped through the little bullshit steps, and it unlocked two things for me: the Subway cosmetic and a cosmetic that I didn't fucking buy. So I got two for the price of none, and all I had to do was use a little bit of subtle suggestion just by talking about a specific restaurant that she hasn't been to in a while. So that's part of today's little rambling video. Pro tip to husbands out there: know how to manipulate your spouse in good ways, okay? This isn't malicious. She's over here laughing her ass off because she knows what I did. And she knows I'm right in saying what I did. But to the main topics at hand. So, as my little thing here shows, I got the Subway rewards. Let me show you in game what it unlocked for me. So, here we have the Subway skin. So fancy, fancy. There's my footlong. Little sticker saying that it was made with love by a sandwich technician. Right there. Now, I don't buy stuff from the store unless it's a really cool cosmetic. You can tell by my Raider tokens. Since I did not own, where is it? I didn't own this. So when it unlocked it from putting in the code for that color variant, it unlocked all of it. I'm a male character, so hold on. Let me take off the tits. All right. So now the tits are off. It completely unlocked this guy with his color variants for me. So not only did I get the exclusive Subway, I also got Astrolite, and I didn't have it. So that's cool. It's definitely cool. Blind Spot I already have. You've seen that in videos. But there's Footlong Supreme right there with all of its bells and whistles and my usual backpack. So it unlocked that. It gave me the weapons, which you saw by the little screenshot that I'm going to turn into the thumbnail. So I got two skins for the price of none. And the other reason for the video is to talk about this right here. Their announcements about the 5th expedition. Now, I have no choice but to do the 5th expedition just because I want the extra stash spots, and I will no longer do Ermel's two little upgrades that reset every time we reset. I'm not going to waste 600,000 in ARC parts as well as time for 24 extra slots that reset when I go on the expedition. It's not worth the time, effort, and additional space that it takes up for me to get all the pieces to be able to trade in for it. I will, however, continue to do the vault. Ermel's vault, I feel, is extremely beneficial. And I've already got 3 out of my 5 unlocked. So as you can see, I've already got the Survivor in there, the Tempest, because I absolutely love the Tempest, the anvil because it's one of the more beneficial blueprints. And before September, I will, before the expedition ends, which we'll go over that here in a minute, I'll have these other two slots unlocked. So this vault will be full. Whatever I choose to put in here, we'll figure it out. Now, I also have 80 out of 83 blueprints. I know what I'm missing. It's just a pain in the ass to get the three that I'm missing. I just have not been lucky enough to find them. But back to the expedition. So, no last call because they're making it a longer window for the expedition because it's now from 2 weeks to three. The ability to opt in to quest reset. So, meaning if I want to, I could say, okay, I don't want to do the quests yet again. I don't trust Embark to not fuck this up. If you want me to be straightforward and honest with you, they fuck up so frequently and so often that I don't trust that they can get it right. Now, I want to make sure I do the quests to get the ones that are quest specific. Hull Cracker, Berletta, Lure Grenade. Trigger Grenade is quest specific, even though you can find that out in the world. You shouldn't be able to, but you can. Fireworks Box, and I think either the Vita Spray or Vita Shot. I think it's probably the Vita Spray. Those are quest rewards now. I don't trust that they mess it up, especially when I did last expedition and one of my mystery blueprints that I got for hitting the metrics was the Hull Cracker blueprint. And I was pissed because that is a blueprint that you can get from doing a quest. It is a guaranteed blueprint. So you gave me a guaranteed blueprint as one of my mystery rewards. I was very, very pissed. I was okay with getting the other ones that I got, but that one irritated me. So since I've already received that as a mystery reward, I know they have other ways of doing it, but I don't trust them not to mess it up. So when I reset for the 5th time, my quests are going to reset, and I will do them all over again. Is it tedious? Yes, but it's a guarantee to make sure I get the blueprints I want to try and have all of the blueprints before I reset. So I'm going to not opt in to having my quests reset. I mean, not reset. So I'm going to go through them once again and do all of them. I don't care about the cosmetic. I care about the stash space. That's the main thing that I'm focusing on. So they're going to take their hiatus and not give us another expedition until the beginning of 2027. They better make it damn good. Because at this point, after this 5th expedition, I personally see no reason whatsoever for me to do another expedition. The repair buffs are great. Scrappy's bonuses are utter dog shit. The extra XP, players like me and anybody that is still playing this game on a consistent basis, we hit level 75 because we are coming in, we are playing the game, we are grinding the game. We don't need the XP bonus. It serves no real benefit to anyone who is still actively playing this game. Like the ones that make the time to log in and play on a regular basis max out. Usually within a week and a half, depending on how busy your life in the real world is. So the only real benefits were the XP, not the XP, but the extra skill points and the stash space. So after Expedition 5, I got what I need. So Expedition 6, when you come back to us in early 2027, better be so good that I can't refuse it. Because I can guarantee you right now, if it's still mystery blueprints, 5 of them for doing damage, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to give up my blueprints yet again. And unless you're going to make it mandatory for everybody who's playing, akin to like Tarkov and other extraction shooters, it's just not going to happen. This old man has better things to do than to turn around, once again reset for the sixth time at that point, and then hunt down all the blueprints again. I'd rather just come in, blast away at the arc, have fun interacting with people, and go about my day. So this one, yeah, I got no choice. I'm going to do it just so I can get that last bump to my stash. But after that, I see absolutely no reason whatsoever to do expeditions. So that's my standpoint on it. That's where I stand in the game right now. And then you factor in that trials are also going to be done for weeks, while September 22nd to October 8th. I don't know about you, but one of the main reasons I log into play are the trials. And at this point, I only do the trials that I find fun. So if that means I don't pop up, I D rank, stay the same, whatever, that's what it is. I play games to have fun. And at this point, with what they're doing with some of these trials, they're not fun. So I'm not going to do them. Like this one right here. Damage arc enemies using a pop triggers. It's so weak. It's so utter bullshit. Because unless you're going to be one of those guys like, oh, I got into the matriarch and unleashed 80 of these things. It's not going to happen. It's just annoying. I'm not even trying to get a star on it. Everything else, I do the minimum. If I can get more than 3K, I go for it. If the opportunity's there, the trial's fun, the trial's easy, I go for it. This is a bullshit trial. It's not fun to do. There's always that chance for collateral damage, and I hit a raider and do damage just because of the unpredictable nature of the pop trigger. I'm not doing it. So this is where I stand until everything resets and I get a new set of trials to do. I'm not going to get anything that I need from the trials. I just do them to do them so that I can potentially make that push in the last week and get myself up to hot shot. That's where I shoot to go for. I don't try to get any higher than hot shot at this point. I don't have the extra time and energy to shoot for Katina Legend. I just have too much to do. But hot shot, I've been able to consistently get it every season. So it doesn't matter to me if I stay Daredevil for the next couple of weeks and then make that final push in the last week and get into hot shot. But if the trials are bullshit, I'm not doing it. Absolutely not doing it. So that's where I currently stand with the game. I'm hunting for my few blueprints that are left. There's only 3. It's Extended Barrel 2, Compensator 3, and Angle Grip 3. Those are the 3 blueprints I know for a fact that I'm missing. And then I'll be back at 83. Reset when it's reset time. Have to find them all over again. And then turn around and determine whether or not I'm going to do the 6th expedition. There isn't enough consistent fun. Like the Phantom Targets event was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing it. The challenge with the fireworks box, being able to do damage to flying arc, that definitely was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing it. But there aren't enough little events. The Raider feats aren't enough to keep you going. Plus, they capped us at 800. So it's like, why bother? So if I don't have anything specific to do, I just don't log in. I play other games or I do stuff in the real world. There isn't enough right now to keep me engaged past just the hunting for the blueprints I need or just going in to do trials. So when they put a pause on the trials, it's going to make even less for me to do because it's not going to take long for me to hit the damage requirement to get my 5 mystery rewards. And that's one thing they don't show in this 5th expedition. They mention the 5 rewards. I'm sure it's going to be damage again, because that's been consistent. But they don't say what the blueprints are, which leads me to believe that they have not changed the list, and it's the same ones from the last expedition, the same 23, that we could potentially get when the reset happens and we log in for the first time after everybody resets. And I can tell you, if I once again get a blueprint that I can get from a quest, which is a guaranteed payout, I'm going to be extremely pissed. I was not happy when it happened in the last expedition. If it happens yet again for the second time, I'm going to be even more pissed. Like, I ended up getting a couple that I could use. I got the Survivor blueprint, even though I already had it in my vault, which is why I have one in this current vault. I had got the Osprey, Stable Stock 3, the Hull Cracker, and like one more. One more random attachment or something stupid for the fifth one. But it was something that I don't use, and that's why I can't remember it. I know 4 out of the 5 that I got, and I deleted my reaction video that I never posted. So I can't even go back and check old footage. But it's like, if I once again get a crappy payout from the mystery rewards, just even more of a reason to not do expeditions anymore. But, that's where I stand. I'm not playing the game as much. I am still logging in when I have time and the energy to play, but I gotta have something to do. I gotta have the ability to go and have fun and interact with other players. And right now, there just isn't as much. But I don't know if you guys think I'm wrong or you agree with me. By all means, sound off in the comments. I'll catch you later.